Welcome to this edition of The Forum. I'm your host, Sheila Evans. Here on The Forum, we highlight interesting, important achievements, programs, and events within our school system and community. Today's show is no exception. Things get underway with Kristen Roggeman. She is the site coordinator for the new Watt Center at Hoggard High School and will talk to us today about what the center has to offer to Hoggard students. Then we meet with Bob Maxey, principal at Alderman Elementary, and Don Vigas and Dr. Matt Cook with First Baptist Church. The church has partnered with the school, and they will tell us about how the students are benefiting. And finally, Tim Howard, a realtor affiliate with Homes for Heroes, joins us. He shares all the details on the Homes for Heroes program and how teachers and others in our area can participate. It's another great edition of The Forum, so stick around. We'll get right back with our first guest after this short break.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Adopting a new pet is a rewarding experience. And shelter pets make super pets. Your new best friend will steal your heart, bring you happiness, and enrich your life for years to come. You can make a difference in the life of an animal. Adopt and bring home a shelter pet today. To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
I am joined by Kristen Roggeman. She's the site coordinator for the Wilmington Health Access for Teens at Hoggard High School. Welcome to our program.
Thank you so much for having me.
Tell me exactly where it is at Hoggard.
The family at Hoggard and the administration has been so great to us and allowed us to actually have a space right in Hoggard High School. So we are currently located in the nurse's office.
Okay.
And we're working on upfitting another part of the school for the clinic part of Hoggard.
Oh, so maybe two different locations.
It will all be in the clinic hopefully come next semester.
Very good. Tell us how it works with the school.
New Hanover County Schools has been a great partner with the Wilmington Health Access for Teens of Coastal Horizons. So we basically provide a team of 3, and there is a licensed clinical therapist, there is a family nurse practitioner, and then there's also a certified CMA. And they work in a team of 3 to provide comprehensive medical and mental health care to our students, and they work in collaboration with all of the administrators, teachers, parents of Hoggard students.
And how does a student access your services? Do they get to do it whenever they want? How's the referral process work?
Absolutely. Like I said, there's such a collaboration between Watt and the schools, and so lots of times teachers will identify students that might need to access services, the nurse, guidance counselors, social workers. Sometimes students on their own will just say, I need some help with this, or I'm not feeling well, I need to be seen for this. And they can actually make a self-referral. As long as we have a consent for treatment by their parent, any student can access services.
And how do you handle that consent? Is that in that pack of papers that goes home the first day of school?
It is.
Okay.
And then we also have them located at the school and on our website. We also have them, now that I'm thinking about it, at our main site too, on Oleander Drive.
Okay.
So there's lots of ways that they can get that packet.
So if they just have the referral on file and they're just having a bad day or something, they can pop on in?
Absolutely, and that's why we really encourage all parents, if they think that their student or their child might want to access services, is to go ahead and sign that release for treatment. So that way, if it is just a bad day and they need to talk with somebody, or they're not feeling well, because we do treat chronic and acute. So they're not feeling well, they need to have immunizations, they need to have their sports physical, all those well checks. Those are all things that they can get done right at school, which is really awesome because then they're losing less instructional time because they're located right on campus.
So they can come get their flu shot and such?
Absolutely.
Very good. What are the costs to the students?
We bill most insurance companies. We don't require a copay, obviously, at any of our sites. And for students that are uninsured or underinsured, we have programs to help with that as well.
Okay. Does that seem to be a barrier at times or not really?
We really, as part of our mission, want to serve all students. So where there's a will, there's a way, so to speak. Making sure that we can just connect them to the right resources if they don't have the insurance to cover the services that they're getting or requesting. We have lots of grant and public and private funding that can help with some of that stuff.
Okay. So now all the high schools are served by what, correct?
Yes.
What was the catalyst to make it come about at Hoggard finally?
Well, one, Hoggard families wanting to know why all other high schools did not have or had health centers and they didn't. And then two, when we merged the Wilmington Health Access for Teens and Coastal Horizons, yeah, we had that merge back in July, and that was a big opportunity for us to be able to extend these services to Hoggard High School.
Was literally finding space an issue?
In some other sites it has been. At Hoggard, they were so willing and really just kind of accepted us with open arms that space, luckily, was not an issue for us.
And you're all in that nurse's office area, or you think you're eventually going to spread out and...
Sure. So right now we have our mental health therapist who is on campus, and she's located in the nurse's office right there. Eventually, come second semester, we'll have the actual clinic up and running, which will have all of the exam rooms and mental health therapy rooms, a little check-in waiting area. So that will come second semester.
And that won't physically be in that same area, will it?
It will not.
Okay.
It's
like, how would you do that?
Yeah. We like each other, but that would be just a little too close for comfort.
So where do you know where that will be? Has that been decided yet?
It has. It's going to be, it's kind of located in that breezeway outside of that courtyard right in the middle of the school there on the first floor.
Is there new construction there? Is that?
The space is actually there.
Oh, okay.
We're working on making sure that it's compliant with all of our regulations and making sure that we are putting up extra walls so that there's space for privacy and confidentiality.
Gotcha.
But it'll be all together.
So what's the most exciting part about opening this new clinic?
I think the most exciting part about opening any clinic and being in any of the school-based health centers is seeing kids have the opportunity to access care and really encouraging them to be an integral part in their care. So the same team works at their school every day, so these nurse practitioners, therapists, and CMAs really get to know the students and know their needs. And being able to kind of extend that across our community and have more kids access care, to me, is really exciting.
Gotcha. What would be on a wish list?
Ooh. That's a really good question. I think for us, being able to have people there, our team there for more hours, being able to kind of extend and help with transportation, especially for therapy, for parents that want to get engaged in family therapy but necessarily can't make it to the site, but then can't also make it to our Oleander location. So making sure that we're really incorporating all systems that are involved with that child collaboratively.
What are the hours, the school hours?
Yes, ma'am.
So you wish in a perfect world you could go beyond that so that families, parents could be part of all of it.
Absolutely.
Very good. And transportation is an issue.
Always.
However, on the bus system.
Yes. Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, excellent. Thank you for stopping in and telling us about the last high school to get your services. That's very exciting.
Yeah, we are super excited.
Well, good. Thanks.
Thank you.
We'll be back right after these messages.
History's Timeline, a world of history in 60 seconds, brought to you by New Hanover County Schools. May 7th, 1960, Leonid Brezhnev becomes president of the USSR. October 22nd, 1962, President John Kennedy announces that Russia has installed missiles in Cuba. After a U.S. blockade, the missiles are dismantled. December 2nd, 1967, the first human heart transplant is carried out successfully in Cape Town, South Africa. April 4th, 1968, Martin Luther King, U.S. civil rights leader, is assassinated in Memphis, Tennessee. This has been History's Timeline, an educational snapshot of the fascinating people, places, and events that have shaped our past.
I already knew that I was going to go to college, from a young age. I definitely want to major in political science. After that, I'm going to get my law degree. Then I'm going to come back to Detroit, boost the economy, become the mayor or something, try to make the situation better for other people. I feel like I owe it to the city. I'm determined. It's gonna happen. My name is Justin, and I am your dividend.
I have three gentlemen joining me today. To my left is Bob Maxey, principal at Alderman Elementary, easy for me to say, Matt Cook, and Don Vigas, both representing First Baptist Church. And Bob, I'm going to jump to you. I know that there's a partnership right across the street. Kind of give us, an idea of what they're helping you out with.
Well, it's a great partnership, and it's been going on now ever since I've been there for 6 years, and this year has been probably one of the most intense years. They over the summer collected all these supplies for our students. I was telling you earlier, we don't allow our students to go out and buy things.
Okay.
For supplies. We try to provide everything for them, all their needs, and this has really helped us with them providing the supplies, that we can spend our money on other things that would benefit the students.
Gotcha.
And we were over there on the 19th of August, and we had a workshop over there, and they let us use their building so we could get away from, feels like a little retreat. So all our teachers went over to
nice.
The center there, and they provided us with a nice lunch. And,
very nice.
And had prayers for us, and it was just really nice to have that partnership with them.
Very good. And Matt, we're going to jump to you. You were talking about a program called Love Does.
So our church is trying to do everything we can to make a difference in our community, and there's a lot of things that go into that. The first part of that will take place over the next few months as we figure out some areas of need in our community that we can invest ourselves. We're trying to invest ourselves in homeless ministry, in ministry to the refugee community in Wilmington, to people who are getting out of jail, so people who have experienced incarceration.
Sure.
But we're starting off by focusing on education, and we've had this great partnership with Alderman. Literally, they're right across the street from us, so they're our neighbors. And so when we say love our neighbors as ourselves, for us with Alderman, we're trying to take that as literally as possible.
Very nice.
And so it's been a great partnership for a long time. This year, we're hoping to supercharge that in every single way that we can.
Okay. And Don, can you fill us in on maybe what supercharging means?
Bob said what do y'all have, 275 students this year?
Well, this year we're up to almost 300, 295.
295 students. And so our church has taken on, given the people responsibility to buy school supplies, and we collected just big mounds of books and crayons and magic markers and backpacks and all things so that all the kids could do that. And we also had a luncheon for the teachers just to make sure they know they're appreciated. And then we had this prayer partner relationship where those that wanted to, the teachers, could sign up, and a member of our church became their prayer partner. They would pray for them. They'd also go visit them or send them notes on their birthday of encouragement and just to say that we appreciate what you're doing. And so it's been a really, really good partnership. But the most exciting thing is Bob has some students there that are having trouble reading, and so I think Bob created this program called Toro when he was with the school board a few years ago, called Teach One, Reach One. And so he said they had around 40 kindergarten students that will be new this year, and their goal is for them to be able to learn to read. And so we're really aiming at them, plus other kids in their school that have trouble reading. So we got 45 people who are willing to volunteer once a week, and so they just go over to Alderman Elementary School from our First Baptist Activity Center and just spend time reading with little kids.
One-on-one.
Just help them one-on-one and help them. So when they get out of kindergarten, we want them to enter first grade being able to read. So that's what's going to be real exciting.
Excellent. Anything else in the works?
We're having a year-long mission trip. That's what we're doing, and this is just the first 2 months. So we're dedicating around 1 to 2 months for each of these 5 areas that Matt was just talking about.
Gotcha.
And the next one coming up is hunger, which we'll be collecting stuff. Mother's Hubbard's Cupboard and a lot of different agencies in town, and through the incarceration and all the others. But our first one is illiteracy and with education, and just to really as much emphasizing the relationship with the teachers, but also with the kids. So it's going to be a great 2 months. We're about halfway through with that right now.
And Bob, how important is a partnership like this to you and the school and the teachers and staff?
It's tremendous, just tremendous. Our children that are behind in reading, this will help them. And also to have somebody that's interested in them.
Yeah.
They feel like they have a parent there that's advocating for them while they're there. And that's what Toro is all about, is to be bullish about their education. And Toro is Spanish for bull. And so teach one, reach one, and that's what we're hoping that they'll be able to accomplish. So they'll be able to reach one of these children and help them get ahead.
Do you find any significance in all the students having the same supplies versus the have and the have-nots, perhaps?
I think there is a big difference with that. I think, you know, you hear sometimes, well, this group of kids get everything free. And this way, we give everybody free. We have, our whole school we have free lunch and breakfast for everyone. We have a free vegetable and fruit program for everyone, and we give them free supplies to everyone. And that way, we can use our money in a different way, you know, and so that makes a difference.
How does that make a difference? Like, what might be one of those projects you can earmark with monies?
Well, we're able to buy a better technology that we can use.
Good.
So we're able to, we've got a program now called iReady, which is a math and reading program. And so we were able to put our monies into that. Instead of buying school supplies, we were able to buy this, which is supposed to help children advance.
Okay. And I'm sure that the kids look forward to some other adult coming in and having interest in them.
Absolutely.
I was a big-time school volunteer once upon a time, and Judge Corpening said one day, it's not what it means to your kids when you volunteer, it's what it means to other kids. And I always found that to be true. My kids really could have cared less if I was there, I guess, but at least some other people were happy to see me.
And we love to see our volunteers come in. It's, you know, we've got one volunteer over there right now that works almost every single day. And she provides resources for them and everything too. And it's just wonderful to see her face every day and the kids see her face every day.
Nice. And they've done some other projects, maybe painting or something you mentioned?
Oh man, they've done so many different things. It's hard to, they've cleaned our courtyard. They've,
nice.
They've painted the walls of the school, and they've done the hard top, refurbished it and put up goal posts, and just they've done a whole lot for us at our school. And we also get to use their building in the spring. We go over there and the kids, we have a basketball game, teachers versus students.
Oh,
and
fun.
we use their facility. And then they have I don't know what you'll call it, the center there where the 5th graders go every year. And they have fun in the center, playing and doing activities.
Great.
The Halo hoops.
Halo hoops, there you go. Yeah. Well, gentlemen, thanks for sharing some good news. Partnerships are always a good thing. Thanks, and we'll be back in just a few minutes right after these messages.
And 7 years ago.
Think history is a little scary? Then log on to loc.gov and see how much fun it can be. The Library of Congress at loc.gov.
Can you consent with me? Imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. 'Cause every kid across the nation deserves a book to read, and we can make it happen right now. You've been told by kids with books learn so much more.
So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child.
So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. Bring seeds of inspiration to motivate some magic. To change the writing on the wall, writing on the wall. And make a difference. One book can inspire.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
My guest is Tim Howard, and he's a realtor affiliate with Homes for Heroes. So first, tell us, what is Homes for Heroes?
So Homes for Heroes is a network of realtors and lender affiliates throughout the country that is willing to say thank you to people who serve us in the local community, help the community be safer and a better place for the rest of us to live. So we discount our services as a thank you for, we believe service deserves its rewards.
Very good. Tell us exactly what lender affiliates means.
So a mortgage representative who's willing to discount their services either in the buying of a home or the refinancing of a home.
Okay. So who qualifies as a hero?
Well, there's a lot of people that qualify as a hero. We're here specifically around school teachers, law enforcement officers, firefighters, EMTs, active, retired, or veteran military, and healthcare workers.
Okay. How much would they likely save?
Well, on average, Homes for Heroes benefit would be about $1,500, but it really depends on the value of the home. I've had some over $2,000.
Oh, wow.
So it just depends on what's involved, the value, and my savings are a 25% return of my commission back to the local hero. My lender is probably going to provide at least $500. Closing attorneys might discount their services about 20%. I've got a termite inspector, home inspector that are all willing to say thank you for your service to the local community.
That's awesome. A lot of pieces of the puzzle.
Yes, absolutely. Built a team that's really willing to help support this effort.
Very good. And are most of these folks first-time home buyers, or are they just coming to you?
There are some first-time home buyers, maybe moving from a rental situation into a home, or they may be a retiree moving into this area, or they may be someone that's transitioning from their first-time home and they've got a family now and they're looking to move up a little bit, and a little more size, a little nicer community than where they started.
So people at all walks of life and place.
Yeah, I've helped school teachers, firefighters, nurses, working with police officers, state troopers.
Very good.
Lots of people.
Now, as we all know, home buyers, there's a lot of paperwork, a lot of applications. Is this additional work?
It's really one piece of paper that does the disclosure around the Homes for Heroes process, but everything else is pretty much the same as any other real estate transaction.
So not only savings, but maybe even a little easier.
Yeah, and I'm the one doing the work.
Oh, there you go. So they can gather their docs once and get them to you. How did it get started, the whole program?
Well, you know, we just celebrated the 15th anniversary of 9/11, and that tragic day, there was a Coldwell Banker firm owner in the Minneapolis area, and her son, a daughter, and a sister-in-law were all involved in the business. And the son had commented after seeing law enforcement officers, first responders, firefighters, EMTs rushing in as the towers were collapsing, and he said, we ought to figure out a way to say thank you back to those people. So it started organically in Minneapolis area and grew, went from first responders, added the military, school teachers, healthcare workers, and it's grown nationally since 2009.
Do you think it's in every state?
It is in every state in the United States, and there's representatives such as myself willing to say thank you to people who serve our community.
Very good. And you're a realtor. So does Coldwell Banker take it on as a national kind of initiative, or is it up to whoever?
It's more individually based. So I decided to get involved with it. I'm a former U.S. Army officer. I was first moved to North Carolina. I was in the 82nd Airborne Division, Airborne Ranger, Field Artillery Officer, and I benefited in my service, my education through ROTC. I completed my MBA when I was still on active duty. And I've got family members that have been in the military, law enforcement, school teachers, so I felt like this is me. My personal branding is helping other means everything. So it just felt like a good extension of who I am and a way I can help serve people in the local community.
And how nice to have one person to help you walk through the whole process.
Yeah, I'll manage the process and help you through it, and help you save a lot of money at the same time.
There you go. How does someone register or sign up?
Well, the simplest way would contact me directly. My mobile number is 910-297-3144. My email is timhoward@seacoastrealty.com, or they can go to homesforheroes.com and there's a registration process there. But the best way is contact me directly, and just contact me. And I've also got a website at seacoastrealty.com, and it's got information about the Homes for Heroes program. Just reach out to me and see how I can help you save some money.
So you told us how you personally wanted to get involved. How did you manage to reach out to others?
Well, it's really about making connections with people in each of these demographic groups, making connections with people through people I already knew that are serving in the community, people at the hospital, people at the county school system, people in the New Hanover County Fire and Rescue, Sheriff Ed McMahon with New Hanover County Sheriffs, the Coast Guard. So just letting people know who I already knew or knew others
Gotcha.
that I am providing this service as a way to say thank you for their service to us.
And did you have a fairly easy time getting the other vendors involved?
Yeah,
the lenders, the termite guy?
I think it's something that people feel good about doing. You know, you're giving up something, but you feel good about doing it because the people that are serving us in the local community every day.
And I would think that it would be nice having, like we said, one person working for you and working for you. Not worrying about, am I paying too much for this? Or, oh, geez, you know, I should have tried to get these points or that kind of thing. That must just be a load off somebody's mind.
Well, I get up every day realizing I get to help somebody and I get to serve people who are helping make the community safer and better for us.
Now, have you heard from a lot of teachers?
I've heard from a few, and we had a vendor fair recently,
Right.
and met probably over 1,000 teachers came by and just introduced the information to them. So looking forward to helping.
Has your phone been ringing since then?
It has been.
Good, good.
So that's good.
How nice. Very good. All right. Well, Tim, thanks for stopping by and letting us know about Homes for Heroes. What a great program and what a great way to use your time.
Well, thank you, and I look forward to helping many local heroes.
Great. We'll be back in a few minutes, right after these messages.
Kids will spend 57 minutes making me go splat.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
There are so many fun things we all can do to be healthier, no matter who you are or where you are. So let's move.
Well, here we go.
Let's stretch in the grass.
What a play!
Let's play tag.
Wow, unbelievable.
Let's jump up and down.
Oh, what a way to finish it.
And most of all, let's eat better so that we have the energy we need to play an hour a day, every day.
Everyone can play. Just go to letsmove.gov to learn more.
We hope you've enjoyed our program today. To find out more about Homes for Heroes or to register, you can go to timsheroes.com or call 297-3144. And if you ever have any questions about the topics that we discussed here on our show today, please call the School Systems Public Relations Office at 254-4180 or check out the school systems website at www.nhcs.net. I'm Sheila Evans. Thanks for joining me today.